in downtown Madison as part of the nationwide March for Our Lives. Also, a community gathers for a vigil tonight to remember a former judge who was killed 1 week ago in Juneau County. Plus, as the temperatures heat up, more and more people are heading out on the waterways. The DNR shares some tips on boating safety. That's all coming up ahead at 10. Thanks for joining us tonight, everyone. Brad Hamilton has the weekend off. A few weather alert days are coming up next week. Let's get a look at your certified most accurate forecast. Here's Chief Meteorologist Gary Canolti. Gary?
Well, Susan, the alert days are for Tuesday and Wednesday for blistering hot temperatures. Let's take a look at the alert days that we do have in the forecast. Tuesday, I'm looking for a high temperature of 95. That would tie the record high of 95 set back in 1987. And you factor in the humidity, the heat index will make it feel like between 100 and 105 degrees. Wednesday, almost as hot, high of 90. The record high on Wednesday is 93, but the heat index still in the 94 to 99 degree range. And then late in the afternoon into early on Wednesday evening, there could be the threat for some strong to severe thunderstorms as a cold front moves through. The time lapse from the WISC Skycam shows low clouds and fog this morning, a couple of showers during the day, and then as we headed into the afternoon, even a little bit of sunshine. But you can see much of southern Wisconsin free of precipitation. There's a cluster of storms that develop in parts of eastern Iowa. Right now, that's to our south and to our west, but you can see temperature, or right now, southern Wisconsin is free of precipitation. That cluster of storms there actually had a tornado warning on it a little while ago, but it looks like things have settled down. Visibilities right now around a half mile down in Watertown, so there will be some patchy fog overnight. Temperatures today got up into the upper 60s and lower 70s. The cloud cover had a lot to do with that. Right now, temperatures are in the lower to middle 60s, and they'll be slow to fall thanks to the humidity. So by morning, we'll be down to around 60 here in Madison. Tomorrow, look for clouds in the morning and then some sunshine in the afternoon with a high of 74. But the heat and humidity start to return on Monday with some thunderstorms. I'll have more on that in the forecast in just a few minutes.
All right, thank you, Gary. More than a week after a former Juneau County judge was found dead in his home near New Lisbon, community members gathered together tonight to remember his legacy. A vigil for Judge John Romer started at 9 o'clock in Mauston, giving the community a chance to pay tribute to a longtime fixture in Juneau County's justice system. Officials say Judge Romer was shot to death the morning of June 3rd. The man accused in his killing, 56-year-old Thomas Udy, later died after shooting himself. During the vigil, we heard from those who knew him both on the bench and as a member of the community.
I want people to know that he was a great man, like I said, and that he would want us to be kind to one another.
Many are remembering Judge Romer tonight as someone who worked hard to make his community a better place. The Waupaca County Sheriff's Office is asking for the public's help in finding a missing Royalton man. 26-year-old Brandon Colligan was last seen Friday morning. He had met a friend for coffee in Stevens Point, but left the coffee shop to get an item that he said he had forgotten. Colligan never returned, and his friend said he was acting strange. His vehicle was later found abandoned near a family member's home in Royalton with his phone and wallet inside. Colligan is known to travel to Madison. Anyone with information is asked to call police. Today, tens of thousands of people in more than 400 cities across the country held rallies and marches, hoping to pressure Congress into passing gun control legislation. One of the biggest March for Our Lives rallies was held in Washington, D.C., where an estimated 40,000 people gathered. The march comes after a string of mass shootings over the past few weeks killed dozens across the U.S. The first March for Our Lives was organized in 2018 after the deadly high school shooting in Parkland, Florida. Today, demonstrators renewed their calls for lawmakers to address the gun violence epidemic.
We are here to demand justice. Justice for those who have been murdered in this struggle, and action for those who are yet among us.
President Joe Biden encouraged those marching today, tweeting messages for Congress to, quote, do something. Meanwhile, Senator Chris Murphy, who is the lead Democrat in bipartisan negotiations, says he believes more than 10 Republicans will support gun safety measures in the Senate. As the rain poured earlier today here in Madison, March for Our Lives participants in our area were not deterred as they made their voices heard downtown. Tahalil Moadine Hadeen reports.
No more silence and gun violence! No more silence and gun violence!
Led by a group of young students.
Enough is enough! Enough is enough!
Hundreds in Madison pushed to action following a string of mass shootings across the country.
I've been participating in these marches since the first one. I remember the first March for Our Lives march that I went to was after the Parkland shooting in Florida.
Years later, marching down State Street, this group still fighting for an end to gun violence.
I'm just so tired of all the shootings in this country. Can't we try anything at all? Any step to save even one life would be worth it.
This march is also about empowering people to vote. They say change cannot happen without the right people in office.
Vote them out! Vote them out!
Many among those taking to the streets,
Bullets, not bullets!
educators,
The latest shooting has just broken my heart again. And that's why I'm here.
thinking of their students.
How much you love them and how close you are to them, and to think of those kids or any kids being terrorized and murdered the way those kids were is just beyond belief.
Calling on officials to institute background checks and impose a ban on assault rifles.
Kids should not have to be scared to go to school. Kids should think of school as a fun place.
Hoping to get one step closer to keeping kids safe. In downtown Madison, Tahlil Muhaddin, News 3 Now.
Voter registration booths were also made available at the event. A Madison congregation is doing its part to prevent gun violence by turning donated guns into tools with a gentler purpose. Midvale Community Lutheran Church held a gun-safe surrender event today, asking people to donate unwanted and unloaded guns. The guns are dismantled on site and the leftover parts are forged into gardening tools.
A retired officer who trained us to check for ammunition of the firearms predicted that we would receive mostly handguns. That has not been the case. We've received mostly rifles and shotguns, and we've received 20 arms at this time of the day.
The project is part of the Guns to Gardens movement, which works to reduce gun violence by reducing the number of guns in homes and communities. The event took place today in 14 cities across the country. Meanwhile, in Idaho, 31 people believed to have ties to a hate group have been arrested. Police say they found them inside of a U-Haul. The suspects are believed to be affiliated with a white nationalist group called Patriot Front. Authorities were alerted to the group when a concerned person tipped them off. That person reported seeing the group loading into the U-Haul with masks and shields. The U-Haul was stopped not far from an area where a pride event was taking place. The head of the European Union met with Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky today in Kyiv. European Commission President Ursula von der Leyen says the two leaders discussed Ukraine's bid to join the European Union and to gain help for the work that will be needed for reconstruction and rebuilding in Ukraine. After the meeting, von der Leyen tweeted in Ukrainian, quote, "Europe is with you." The bodies of two more people were found today after a helicopter crash in northern Italy, bringing the death toll to 7. The helicopter took off Thursday from Tuscany and was heading to the northern city of Treviso when it disappeared in bad weather over a remote area. 4 passengers from Turkey and 2 from Lebanon were on a business trip in Italy. The Italian pilot also died. 2 American tourists visiting Rome were fined for causing damage to the city's iconic Spanish steps. The incident was captured on a security camera. The video shows a man and a woman, ages 28 and 29, dragging their e-scooters down the steps. The couple has not been identified and they are banned from visiting the historic city center for 2 days. Officials in Rome say the incident caused more than $25,000 in damage. Madison's Children's Museum brought back its annual summer festival to the Capitol Square today in the heart of downtown. Summer Palooza included a parade, live entertainment, and multiple activities for the whole family on the streets outside of the Children's Museum. The annual event took the past few years off because of the pandemic. The president and CEO of the Children's Museum said she's excited to be able to bring it back this year.
You can see the diversity of our population. You can see people learning to get along again and being around each other. And we're just a place where that happens every day. So to be able to do it very publicly and in a celebratory way is such a privilege and an honor and joy for us.
After the parade, the Children's Museum had free admission for the remainder of their hours this afternoon. This morning, Dane County families got to eat breakfast with products straight from Wisconsin dairy farms. The Dane County Breakfast on the Farm returned today for its 44th year. This is the 11th year the Haag family farm hosted the breakfast. June is National Dairy Month, and organizers told us today's event was meant to help celebrate Wisconsin's dairy industry.
There are many other places that you can eat ice cream. I mean, you could eat ice cream at 7 in the morning, but like here it's like encouraged, right? Eat your breakfast and then go get some ice cream.
Those who put the event together say they expected about 5,000 people to enjoy breakfast on the farm this morning. Next at 10, Gary has your latest forecast, and the Wisconsin DNR shares some tips on boating safety. Stay with us.
1-800-GOT-JUNK can bring the springtime anytime.
Oh, yes! We make junk disappear. All you have to do is point.
Call 1-800-GOT-JUNK
or visit 1-800-GOT-JUNK.com.
Can you save water running a less than full dishwasher? You bet.
We do it every night.
Like clockwork. Cascade Platinum in a certified dishwasher uses less than 4 gallons of water per cycle, while a running sink uses that every 2 minutes. So do it with Cascade, because even small loads save water.
My hygienist cleans with a round head. So does my Oral-B. My hygienist personalizes my cleaning. So does my Oral-B.
Oral-B delivers the wow of a professional clean feel every day.
When we needed new doors and windows for our home, we were looking for someone we could trust.
We've done the bargain brand windows. We've done the runaround.
What we loved about Next Door and Window is that they were different. The experts guided us through every step of their no-pressure process.
We really loved their educational approach. Next Door and Window helped us understand what was right for us.
They have a totally different approach to doors and windows. They made the window and door replacement process simple.
Call 844-600-NEXT to get 50% off your installation.
It's like I'm downloading in slow motion. Wish we had better internet.
Charlie! That's right, it's me, Charlie. Wish specialist for Spectrum. Let's get that wish granted.
How?
Spectrum Internet delivers speeds of 200 megabits for a stronger connection on all your devices. Here! Yeah! And here. Plus, get a free modem and free desktop security to keep your kids safe online.
Get Spectrum Internet for $49.99 a month. Call 833-768-4999.
Why do we need all these remotes? I wish our shows were in one place.
Spectrum TV makes it easy to find your favorites. Plus, you'll have access to over 85,000 titles on demand. And with the free Spectrum TV app, you can watch live sports, news, and more on any device, anywhere.
Get Spectrum TV for $49.99 a month. Call 833-768-4999.
I wish we didn't have a
contract. Granted.
Oh, he's good.
Switch to Spectrum Internet or TV, or get them both for $49.99 a month each, all with no contracts. Call 833-768-4999.
1-800-GOT-JUNK can bring the springtime anytime.
Oh, yes! We make junk disappear. All you have to do is point.
Call 1-800-GOT-JUNK
or visit 1-800-GOT-JUNK.com.
Tomorrow, I sit down with Dr. Rupa Shah to discuss a difficult but important topic. Learn how to know when alcohol use has become alcohol abuse.
And the possibility of showers are in our forecast. We'll have what you need to know from 6:30 to 8 Sunday morning.
You're watching News 3 Now at 10. Winner of the National Edward R. Murrow Award for Overall Excellence in Television.
Well, we may only be a few weeks into the summer, but as the temperatures rise, it's no surprise people want to spend more time out on the water. The DNR recommends making a safety checklist before you head out. Dua Israr has more.
Getting out on the water.
How you folks doing today?
Is a go-to summer pastime for Wisconsin residents.
Good. Just got out here. Yep, that's cool.
But with summer fun comes summer safety.
Registration's expired on that one. Okay.
On Thursday, West Salem firefighters responded to a call where a boat lost power. Firefighters helped pull the boat out of the water. This is just one of the incidents the Wisconsin DNR says boaters should be prepared for.
And those include drowning-related incidents where a boat is involved, and also that includes the collisions as well.
But you can lower those chances by following a checklist.
Certain equipment that is a must-have.
The DNR says you should always have a life jacket that fits and is Coast Guard approved.
An adult-sized PFD would not meet the legal requirement for an infant passenger.
DNR officials say you should make sure you have paddles and fire extinguishers on hand at all times.
Most of them have a gauge, which if the arrow shows in the green, then it's charged and it's ready to go.
These requirements can vary based on the size of your boat.
Any vessel that's over 16 feet has to have a throwable or Type 4 personal flotation device.
The DNR says if you find yourself losing control of a boat, shut off the motor if you can and drop an anchor. In recent years, boats with ignition cutoff switches have to be attached to the operator.
Or he steps away from the console with that lanyard attached, the engine will cut off.
And before you go out on the water,
we didn't see any of the registration decals displayed.
Make sure your boater registration is up to date.
The DNR also says flotation devices can wear out over time, so it's important to check them regularly for holes. Boy, on the water is where you're going to want to be over the next couple of days. Alert days are in the forecast for next week. Here's Gary with the forecast.
Yeah, for the heat and humidity. We've had some rain today. Most of it was pretty light, less than 1/4 of an inch, but there are pockets where there was heavy rain. This was mainly late yesterday evening where there was some hail around Economawalk, but you can see a little patch here over southern portions of Sauk County. Again, that was yesterday evening. Some heavier thunderstorms over far western portions of Grant County and then up toward La Crosse. And you can see on high-resolution radar right now, things very quiet across southern Wisconsin. There's a narrow line of showers dropping southward with a cold front up in east central Wisconsin. To our south and west, some thunderstorms over parts of eastern Iowa, but you can see the rest of the northern part of the Midwest pretty quiet. So there could be a passing shower and a spot or two tonight. Otherwise, it'll be relatively quiet. Tomorrow will be dry for the day. Clouds in the morning, sunshine in the afternoon, but thunderstorms will be developing across the Dakotas, Minnesota as heat starts to build northward and severe weather develops in the northern portion of that heat dome. That moves eastward on Monday. There's an outside risk of an isolated strong to severe thunderstorm over southern Wisconsin, mainly late Monday morning into Monday afternoon as a warm front lifts northward. Hail would be the main threat. South of that, the atmosphere gets capped. There's really no way for thunderstorms to develop when it's that hot, and so the severe weather threat will move northeastward with time. Three things you need to know in the forecast: dry weather for tomorrow, some afternoon sunshine, some thunderstorm chances on Monday, then the heat and humidity arrive late in the day. In fact, temperatures could be close to 90 by the Illinois state line by late afternoon, while temperatures north of Madison could be in the 60s and low 70s. And then record or near record heat for Tuesday and Wednesday. Alert days are in the forecast for both days, predicting a high temperature of 95 on Tuesday. That would tie the record high of 95 set back in 1987 for Madison. You factor in the humidity, the heat index makes it feel like 100 to 105. Wednesday, almost as hot, high of 90, the record high 93, heat index 94 to 99. But more importantly, there could be the potential for a strong to severe thunderstorm late in the afternoon or early in the evening as a cold front passes. While our temperatures were generally held down because of cloud cover, that wasn't the case at the southwest. Triple-digit heat from Denver through much of Kansas into parts of southwestern Nebraska. Even right now, temperatures are still well into the 80s, 70s as far north as Des Moines, Iowa, but it's mainly 60s around here. And notice a lot cooler up to the north. Dew point temperatures are climbing to around 70 by Omaha. That's the heat and humidity, and you see these thunderstorms developing on the northern edge of that heat. Some of those became severe, but the rest of the area almost free of precipitation and free of cloud cover. So that's the kind of atmosphere you have. If you get thunderstorms to develop, they can quickly become severe, but most areas will stay dry. 74 for the high tomorrow. Clouds in the morning, some sunshine in the afternoon. Future track shows Generally partly cloudy to cloudy skies overnight. Tomorrow, clouds in the morning, sunshine in the afternoon. Tomorrow night, partly cloudy, low temperatures in the mid-50s, and then a couple of thunderstorms developing on that warm front on Monday. Notice 70s, low 70s north of Madison, near 90 down toward the Illinois state line. Rainfall amounts spotty, some areas over an inch of rain, other areas, many areas, seeing less than that. As we look at the 7 to 10 day forecast, though, there's the heat. Tuesday and Wednesday, but even after the cold front passes, the humidity levels drop. Temperatures go back into the low to mid 80s for much of next week, but we have dry weather through Father's Day next Sunday, and then temperatures mid to upper 80s for the start of the following week, too.
Summer making its triumphant return.
It is.
Yes. All right. Thank you, Gary. And coming up next, a busy weekend here in Madison in sports between the AmFam Golf Tournament and state softball. Jordan's going to get you caught up on all of it coming up next in sports.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Winona Plumbing and Fire Protection is now hiring experienced plumbers. Come work for a family-first award-winning company and enjoy union pay and benefits. Apply online today. Winona Plumbing and Fire Protection, your trusted partner since 1977.
It only takes a second for an everyday item to become dangerous. Tide Pod's Child Guard Pack helps keep your laundry packs in a safe place and your child safer. To close, twist until it clicks. Tide Pod's Child Guard packaging.
When you really need to sleep, you reach for the really good stuff. ZzzQuil Ultra helps you sleep better and longer when you need it most. It's non-habit forming and powered by the makers of NyQuil. ZzzQuil Ultra, when you really, really need to sleep.
Angie's List is now Angie, and it's easier than ever to get your projects done right. With Angie, you can connect with top pros and see ratings and reviews. And when you book and pay through Angie, you're covered by our happiness guarantee. Check out Angie.com today. Angie, and done.
And I walked right into US Cellular and I said I want to choose any phone in here for free.
What'd he say?
He said, sure. Really nice guy. I had my pick of any phone from any brand, free, even the newest ones.
Wow.
Yeah.
You got the big screen?
Yeah.
Big storage?
Yeah.
Fits in your pocket?
Fits in my pocket. Yeah, it's a big phone, and that's what I wanted, and I got what I wanted.
At US Cellular, we put you first. So choose any phone free. Plus, get unlimited data for just $30 a month. US Cellular, America's locally grown wireless.
When my family opened the first Culver's in Sauk City, Wisconsin, you know what we did? We gave it our all, making sure everyone felt welcome. Sharing our favorite foods from around the state, like butter burgers and fresh frozen custard. Greeting every guest with all our heart, crafting each meal with care. Believing a smile makes everything taste better. And it's a tradition we bring with us yet today, from our hometown to yours. Welcome to Delicious.
Get inspired. Tour 30 custom homes and see the newest trends. The Parade of Homes, exclusively sponsored by Nuns, is open daily, June 17th through 26th. Visit MadisonParadeOfHomes.com for tickets and more information.
Allergies don't have to be scary. Spraying Flonase daily stops your body from overreacting to allergens all season long. Flonase, all good.
A Wisconsin idea that's making a huge difference in other countries.
This is a lifeline to this population.
Charlotte DeLeste spotlights the Wisconsin Medical Project and makes her own very special contribution to the cause. Sunday at 10.
Winona Plumbing and Fire Protection is now hiring experienced plumbers. Come work for a family-first award-winning company and enjoy union pay and benefits. Apply online today. Winona Plumbing and Fire Protection, your trusted partner since 1977.
You can always count on during AmFam Championship weekend. One of them is the rain. With the weather not looking so good, round 2 of the tournament got an earlier start. Well, the two-time defending champion looking to carry round 1's momentum into today. But it's an up-and-down outing for Jerry Kelly. After making a birdie on 16, Kelly lands in the bunker on 17. He's able to chip himself out and sink the short putt for par. Well, heading over to the final hole, Kelly also finishes for par. He is currently 7 under overall, 3 shots off the lead, and knows what needs to be done in the final round.
As low as we can go, I mean, absolutely.
There's going to be nothing but driver and pins. That's it. So it'll be fun. Well, somebody's going to shoot a low one. Somebody always does. You know, if you can be towards the top and shoot a low one, you got a better chance.
As for the tournament host, Steve Stricker, he came into the day 6 shots back, looking to climb up that leaderboard. Only 1 bogey in the second round. Here he is on 18. He falls short on the birdie putt, so he finishes for par. Currently tied for 25th and remains 6 shots off the lead. Not how he wanted this round to go, but he hopes tomorrow things can be different.
I mean, I went out there with 8 under in my head and just never really got any momentum. So tomorrow, hopefully I can do that, you know, and put up a low one, and you know, too far back to win the thing, but you know, to try to get up there and get a top 10 or something.
Drawing a lot of attention at University Ridge today, the AmFam Champ Celebrity Foursome. Brett Favre and Andy North teaming up to face Derek Jeter and Julie Inkster for a 9-hole match. This marks the 4th time North and Favre have headlined this event, Jeter's 3rd, with Inkster as a newcomer. The captain and former LPGA great win it all at 5 under, all playing for a great cause. This event helped raise $45,000 for charity, and after the event, Favre and Jeter couldn't help but praise the fans who showed up.
Everywhere you go, there's a Yankee fan. Everywhere I've been, no matter if I walk in the streets in Ireland, there's Packer fans. Wisconsin fans are tried and true and special people.
Like Brett says, they're passionate sport fans. You know, baseball, basketball, football. I mean, they root for their teams. They support their teams. So I've always respected fan bases that are very passionate about their teams.
State softball Division II final, Jefferson taking on Freedom. The Irish jumped out of the gates, bases loaded for Sadie Dramalowicz, and she drops a blooper into the outfield to score 2. That's part of a 3-run inning for the Irish. The Eagles would get one back in the 3rd. Lily Fairfield blasts one to the wall and left to cut the lead to 2, but Freedom would fall 5-4 in extras. Poinette looking for their 3rd title in the last 4 state tournaments. They just have to get past New Holstein in Division III. And the 3rd inning was a good one for the Pumas. Down 1-0, Asia Meister rips one into right to tie the game up. And then with runners on the corners, Holly Lowenberg smacks one back up the middle to clear the bases. And Poinette takes home the D3 championship with a 5-3 win. And down in Division 5, Barneveld looking to knock off Assumption for a state championship, but Ava Schill had other plans. First inning, she sends a solo shot to right for one of her 2 RBIs in the game. She also pitched a gem on the mound. Barneveld falls 3-1 the final. And lastly, in Division 1, top 2 teams battle it out for the title, but Kakana brought the firepower. They are the Division 1 champions behind an 11-3 win. Oregon girls soccer looking for a state tournament berth. Union Grove, the only thing in their way. 36 seconds in, it's Lauren Jansen's the Fox in the box. That goal sets the tone for this one. And closing in on halftime, Elise Boyd gets her own rebound and tucks it in from close range. A first half dagger from Boyd, and Oregon advances, winning 5-0.
Boy, busy day in sports today.
To say, yeah, that's an understatement, just to say the least. So, yeah.
Final round tomorrow at the
Final round of AmFam. And as Gary has said, hopefully the weather holds up. Yes. So that'll be good.
Good stuff. All right, thanks a lot, Jordan. We'll be right back.
Better skin from your body wash? Try Olay Body Wash with skincare super ingredient collagen. Olay Body Wash hydrates for healthier looking skin in just 14 days. From dry and dull to firm and radiant. With Olay Body, I feel fearless in my skin.
We gave ZzzQuil Pure Z's restorative herbal sleep to people who were tired of being tired.
I've never slept like this before. I've never woken up like this before.
Crafted with clinically studied plant-based ingredients that work naturally with your body for restorative sleep like never before.
Get the Planet Fitness Black Card, our most popular membership for zero enrollment and only $24.99 a month. With access to 2,000 plus locations, bring a friend every time you visit.
I love friends.
And relaxing massage chairs.
That makes me so happy.
The PF Black Card is your ticket to all the perks. Look at that glow.
Oh, it's all natural.
It's this place, I tell you.
So get glowing and feel fit-tacular for zero enrollment and only $24.99 a month. Deal ends Wednesday, June 15th.
The increasing cost of inflation is impacting people and families here in central Wisconsin.
The D.C. liberal spending has triggered historic inflation. Senator Ron Johnson is holding the line.
Retirees on a fixed income, the working poor, those are exactly the people that are hurt most by inflation. Inflation is a tax on everybody.
Johnson voted against the reckless spending, and he's fighting to cut the waste in Washington. Tell Senator Johnson, keep fighting to stop the spending that hits us with the inflation tax.
At Ho-Chunk Gaming Madison, the switch is always on. It guarantees the highest average payout percentage in the region. This leads to better odds and more wins than any place else around. Nobody messes with the switch.
Ho-Chunk Gaming Madison.
I'm with Paul Delahunt, president of Renewal by Anderson. So, Paul, how do you know your Fibrix window is going to hold up over time?
Well, Dean, is the full-service replacement division of Anderson, longevity is in our DNA. But last year, we conducted a long-term durability study. After 2 decades, our windows were as easy to open and close as the day they were installed.
If you're looking for a replacement window solution that's going to last, look no further than Renewal by Anderson.
Call now to schedule your free in-home consultation and take advantage of this limited-time offer. Renewal by Anderson, the better way to a better window.
Are you tired of hearing it's not in stock? Madison's locally owned A1 Furniture has a huge selection of in-stock inventory available for immediate pickup or delivery. A1 has the lowest prices around. Plus, with the A1 Instant Rebate, you get $50 off of every $500 spent. This 5-piece living room set for just $9.99. Name brand mattresses in stock like this Queen Pillow Top, just $3.99.
Shop in-store or online and save with the A1 Instant Rebate.
Only at A1 Furniture and Mattress.
Tee off with us June 13th at the Geo's Garden Golf Classic.
Gary's here now with a final check of the weather.
Yeah, right now things pretty quiet across southern Wisconsin. Some thunderstorms in Iowa, some showers up to the north that might clip maybe northern Dodge County, but for the most part I think we'll stay dry tonight and much of the day tomorrow. There is some fog out there though. Notice visibility is down to less than 2 miles in Dodge County and only 1 mile in Boscobel. Temperatures right now in the mid to lower 60s. Look for a low tonight of about 60, high tomorrow 74 with sunshine in the afternoon, but again alert days in the forecast for Tuesday and Wednesday.
Thanks for watching tonight, everybody. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. See you back here tomorrow.